Is he either the smartest athlete of all time or the dumbest? This is supposedly the player that introduced the idea of a $680 million deferral to his agent, but doesn't know that tens of millions of dollars were being fraudulently taken out of his accounts.
So here's the thing. The Feds released this long, lengthy report today. I think it was almost 40 pages long. Did I read all 40 pages? No.
Did you read any of it?
I did.
You just read like a tweet, right?
No, I read like
the headline.
No, not a headline. I read multiple pages as far as like text messages go, and
so you're an expert on the subject. So what'd you learn?
I'm not an expert.
No, I want to hear because I didn't read any of it. So what'd you learn?
Well, Ipe is if after reading the stuff you read, it's like, okay, Ipe did steal money from Ohtani. Like it feels.
You're saying definitively it was Ipe and Ipe alone, and Ohtani had no knowledge of it?
No. What I'm saying is Ipe did something, because there's no way that the Feds released this stuff and he could face up to 30 years in jail and it was a giant cover up. I don't think it's a giant cover up. I don't think that Ipe didn't do anything wrong, because I think he did do stuff wrong here. But what I will say is, going from the first report, when the teams were in Seoul, South Korea, and you had Shohei's team give Ipe to ESPN, and he relayed to them that Ohtani knew about this. And then just hours later, you have all of a sudden him going back and like, actually, I lied. He didn't know anything about this.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ohtani is claiming that he stole millions of dollars from me. And then we get to today, right? The Feds, Ohtani gives the Feds his phone, all that stuff. What I can't get over, and I don't know if anything will like make me believe otherwise, either Ipe is the smartest, like, mastermind to steal all this money from Shohei Ohtani, or he's the fall guy.
No, but you just said
I know
that if the FBI conducted this thorough investigation,
so I don't
and released a 40-page report, that Ipe is the primary culprit.
I think he's the primary culprit, but it's just so hard to like fully 100% believe it because of everything that's been reported and how these stories have changed multiple times. And you have Ohtani being like apparently the most trustworthy person on the planet to give Ipe access to his bank accounts, even though I guess Ipe made it so anytime he would take money out, Ohtani would never see it.
No, but like, it's still fishy. I mean, he made tens of thousands of wagers. He lost $180 million. Now he made 140.
So he lost.
But that's a net minus $40 million proposition.
Yeah.
He quote unquote never bet on baseball. They spent 365 days a year together. That's based on what they've said about their own relationship with each other. Yet Shohei Ohtani never once had an inkling, hey, Ipe, why are we watching women's soccer on ESPN Plus today?
The craziest part is Ohtani is very smart. And if you are saying that he knew nothing, I would be kind of questioning that. And I would go to Ohtani and be like, how did you not know anything?
How could you be that naive but set up the richest, most lucrative deal in baseball history that includes the first ever deferral of 95% of a contract that you initiated with both your agent and the team that you ended up signing with?
And what the reports from the Feds today basically said was that Ipe is this crazy, that whole thing that happened was on Ipe. He did it alone. And he is this like genius mastermind guy that stole all this money and did all this stuff.
But sucks at betting?
But not only sucks at betting, but if you look at the bets that he was making, no smart person goes from like, you know what, I'm just going to bet $10 on something. No, you are a degenerate gambler who is completely clueless on like how to gamble. But then you're on the other flip side, you're like this mastermind person who stole this money.
Look, genius masterminds don't get caught.
Exactly.
Well, that too. But is this the dumbest case that's going to get someone in jail like ever. You are like a superstar in Japan. You're paid handsomely in the U.S. You have such a desirable job. By many would consider it one of the great jobs you could possibly envision. You don't have to go 2 for 3 every night with a home run. You're translating for the most famous athlete on the planet, arguably, or one of them. And you've made tens of thousands of bets, including on women's college soccer, and lost 40-something million on the side.
I just think it's odd that, my credit card got flagged once because someone tried to use it at a KFC in Atlanta for $26. You're telling me he took $4 million out and he didn't get like a
more
notification?
16.
There's 4 in like the one
transaction.
Yes, one transaction. He didn't get some sort of notification that said, "Hey, just checking. Did you take out this $4 million from the bank?"
I got to do the 2-factor authentication to get into my iHeart email.
Exactly.
Shouldn't he get the 2-factor authentication to take out $4 million?
It just shows that never trust anybody, right? It feels that way. Like, yeah, exactly.
No, it goes beyond. How naive can you be?
I know.
How naive can you be?
Very naive, apparently.
Like, how naive can you be if you literally spend every day?
Concerned, I'm the most naive SOB in the world.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know if naive is like an argument.
Take mercy on me, jury.
The court of public opinion doesn't care about this, because when you have, here's the thing: if this was one continuous story, how Ipe went to ESPN, said that Ohtani didn't know about anything, and then there was no, I guess, and I know Ipe like pretended to be Shohei Ohtani to get money out of the bank and stuff, or get money to this bookie. And if the bookie thought that Ohtani was doing this whole time, it's just a weird situation. The stories are all different. Nothing's a straight line through this. It doesn't make sense. There's a fishiness to this whole thing when you have like a lot of people sitting there questioning, wait, how did Ohtani not know about this? What?
But one more point. How do we explain night one in Korea, their interaction back and forth in the dugout, which was playful and friendly, to what has transpired here? And Ohtani already knew about this at that time. So, because Ipe that night told the team, "Hey, I'm a degenerate gambler that's been stealing money." And then we see this quote from the U.S. Attorney's Office today. I want to emphasize this point. Mr. Ohtani is considered a victim in this case.
Oh no. You know what? You know who I have no sympathy for is extremely rich people that are crying about like money problems.
Right, completely mismanaging it. I mean, again,
mismanaging their money funds.
You've got the richest deal in like sports history, yet you don't check your Wells Fargo to know you're missing tens of millions of dollars.
I don't feel bad for 1 second for a multi-millionaire who trusts his best friend to give him all of his bank accounts, and then that best friend, quote best friend, takes advantage of him and then steals a bunch of money. No sympathy, buddy. You should know better. And also you should be making sure that you know what is going on with your bank accounts and your best friend that you gave every single seemingly password to.
Real quick too, doesn't he have an accountant?
Somebody has to know something.
Doesn't he file taxes every year?
When you become a millionaire, are you like automatically required to get an accountant to help keep track of all your money you have?
And let me get this straight real quick, and we'll step aside because we're up against it. He made 19,000 bets. Or is it more than that? Or was it 100?
It was around 19.
Okay, he made 19,000 bets,
change.
but never desired to bet on baseball. Amazingly, made 19,000 bets, but knew the line was baseball. He was willing to wager $180 million, of which he lost $40 million.
I need to know.
But never bet on baseball.
I need to know what he bet that $10 on, because there was a $10 bet in the report.
Maybe that was like one of those 5-team parlays that paid well.
Man, this guy's an idiot.
Team Cody.